Alright, thanks for tuning into Leading Forecast. And you ever have one of those days where you just keep getting your words mixed up and stuff keeps happening, I can't get it done. So hopefully we can get through this successfully this time. Alright, let's go on over the current radar here. Low pressure center out across Oklahoma, and warm front draping out across the Midwest. Some showers and thunderstorms developing north of that. Maybe some gusty winds and some small hail there. Low pressure center out across the western areas, and some elevated snow there, and then some also some rain showers there. But as far as major weather right now, not too much going on. Satellite picture: considerable cloudiness across the majority of the United States here. You can see out across the northwest here we have a trough digging in. You can see all these kind of dotted white areas. These are little bitty cumulus clouds developing. What that's telling me, this trough that's out there is going to run into the central and eventually eastern United States here across the next several days. A lot of cold air aloft, producing some instability up there. You get these little puffy white clouds that form, and this could be a pretty big severe weather producer across the plains here over the next several days. Today, C-Tex out across the Kansas-Missouri area, and we have a C-Tex out across the Utah, Colorado state lines there. These are for some gusty winds and some small hail. Tomorrow, slight risk out across the Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois area, as well as the dry line across central Oklahoma and northern Texas here. And again, probably some damaging winds and maybe some hail out across those areas. Then as we get into Saturday, eastern portions of the United States see a slight risk, again, for damaging winds and some hail. And then I think your main area Saturday is going to be out across the Iowa, eastern Nebraska for damaging winds, some large hail, maybe even a few tornadoes out there, as that slight risk is out across the Midwest there, and from Kansas all the way up into Wisconsin. As we get into Sunday, day 4 outlook here, you can see already outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. I would say daytime storms are going to happen, say, central Illinois westward, and then nighttime storms central Illinois eastward. This is has the potential to be a pretty big severe weather event on Sunday. And then day 5, as we get into Monday, you can see the Storm Prediction Center hasn't highlighted anything, which I'm surprised, because we're going to get this big trough moving through, and when you get all the momentum this is going to have, and throw it over and into these warm temperatures and high dew points that we're going to have across the Midwest and East Coast as we get into Sunday and Monday, you get big time thunderstorms that go up. So we'll see it highlighted, no doubt in my mind here. This is a get into later today. Big trough digging into the West Coast here, and this is going to be our primary focus here. This is a get in the Saturday. Trough digs into the southwest here. This is going to provide some energy up across the Iowa, Nebraska area, where we're going to see those storms form late Saturday afternoon, I believe, here with damaging winds and some hail. And then as we get into Sunday, look at this trough digging in across the central United States here. A lot of upward motion. That's all those bright colors that show the extreme upward motion in the atmosphere with this trough. And this coupled with some enhanced low-level winds with the 850 millibar jet, I think we're really going to see some good severe weather here. This piece of energy coming through is going to ride into some very warm, moist areas of the atmosphere here, out across the Missouri, Iowa, Illinois area here as we get into Sunday. Then as we get into Monday, you can see the 500 millibar jet or trough kind of splits apart here. And that may be why the Storm Prediction Center is kind of hesitant about really throwing any kind of outlook out there. But I still think, you still have the energy coming through here, and you still have the warm, moist temperatures and dew points out across the East Coast here, and you're still going to see severe weather breaking out as we get into Monday. And then Tuesday, trough digging in early and moves off the coast as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Going on over, this is the GFS model. I think the NAM slows down the system a little bit too much here as we get into the weekend. This is today, low pressure center, like I said, down across Oklahoma. Warm front draped across the Midwest, showing the showers and thunderstorms breaking out across the Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska area, and then another low out across the Utah area with some showers, maybe even some thunderstorms out there, and snow in the elevated areas. As we get into tomorrow, you can see low pressure center now out across eastern Colorado, another one out across the the southeastern Ohio area, where around that low we could see some damaging winds and some hail tomorrow. And then also storms breaking out kind of across the dry line out across central Oklahoma here as we get into the afternoon hours tomorrow. As we get into Saturday, low pressure center now out across the northeastern portions of Colorado. Warm front draping now across the Midwest. Storms develop along the warm front in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa there. Some of the storms could be pretty intense. A lot of CAPE, approaching probably 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram Saturday. And, we're going to see some robust updrafts with those, at least. So large hail and damaging winds. Maybe see a few tornadoes out there on Saturday, but I think your tornado day is going to be Sunday. You can see low pressure center up across, forecast to be up across Wisconsin. Cold front draping down across the Iowa, Missouri, Kansas area. Storms breaking out all the way from, looks like central Illinois all the way across into Iowa, Minnesota, probably Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, even down into eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, and central Texas getting in. Probably a big line of storms developing, starting with the northern areas and then working their way south here. So, and then by the time we hit Sunday night, this moves east and we get a big squall line probably. And then as we get into Tuesday, again, a big line of storms, damaging winds, large hail. This is going to be out across the eastern portions of the United States here. And, maybe some embedded tornadoes, probably some embedded tornadoes as well as we get into Monday, I should say, not Tuesday. And then Tuesday, early morning, trough works off, severe weather works off, Cape Hatteras, and the very eastern portions of the East Coast still getting in on some early morning severe weather here as we get into Tuesday. So, a lot of severe weather coming up this weekend. And, if you're in this, in the plains all the way off to the East Coast, be ready, get your severe weather plans, your preparedness plans ready to rock and roll because the atmosphere is going to be ready to rock and roll this weekend. So, anyways, that's all I have now. I'm lead forecaster Joseph Cooper. You can now view our forecast, our leading forecast, not only on SwiftChaseTeam.com, but you can also view it on the leadingforecast.net, or the dailyforecast.net. I'm sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up today. Anyways, so yeah, get on there. The good thing about the dailyforecast.net is we struggle to get current information out, because we're out there chasing, we're out there seeing the severe weather, but they're actually updating stuff when there's watches and warnings that come out, mesoscale discussions and stuff like that. They're constantly updating the website, So, this weekend, if we're out chasing, great place to go will be the dailyforecast.net and, teaming up with them. So, providing them with some extra outlooks, and they're helping us out with the the current events because we can't quite keep up with that. So, anyways, keep safe this weekend. Have a good weekend, and to all of you chasers, good luck out there. So that's all I have for now. Have a great one.